Welcome back, everybody. Brandon Lang is considered the _1 sports handicapper. He is also an expert sports analyst with a record and a knowledge to prove it.
He is the author of Beating the Odds, the Rise, Fall, and Resurrection of a Sports Handicapper. And it breaks down the facts and what he thinks will happen this upcoming football season. Good to have you, Brandon.
Off to a whiz-bang start. Surprises.
Well, they told me you're a big Atlanta fan.
Well, I am, and I was really proud of them over this past weekend. They did a nice job there with the Saints.
To be a handicapper and pick an underdog to cover the spread is one thing. But to have that underdog win the whole game and you predict that and say, I wouldn't be surprised if they go in there and beat the world champs and everybody goes, ooh, and then to have them win the game when it looks like they were going to lose the game just makes that win just a little bit better.
And what a game it was. Even the announcers were commenting. It was like a boxing match. It was like, take this here. Okay, you take that. Then you take this. It's just back and forth and back and forth.
And you think New Orleans played out in San Francisco. They didn't get until 4:30 in the morning. Tired. So the longer the game went on and the more physical your Falcons were, it just played into Atlanta pulling off the upset, and good to see for them.
Okay, I've never actually met or spoken to a handicapper before. You are my first. So please tell me exactly what it is you do.
Like a stockbroker tells you which stocks to invest in, I tell sports bettors which games to bet on. It's the same exact thing. The only difference is Wall Street's Monday through Friday, go to the Hamptons for the weekend. Sports gambling's 363 days a year. You can wager on a baseball, football, or basketball game. So it's a very, very, very busy occupation.
So are you studying stats, checking out averages, doing all that, figuring it all out, making sense of it all? Isn't it always just a gamble, though, anyway? I mean, you never really know the outcome.
It takes a female to break it down, and at the end of the day, it's a coin. It's going to be heads or tails,
right.
and that's it. You know, all the stats, all the numbers, can't stop penalties, turnovers, this, that. So, you know, at the end of the day, flip the coin.
Are you allowed to bet? Are you allowed?
Oh, sure.
Oh, do you do well?
We got groceries in the fridge. My 16-month-old daughter, Ireland, her clothes will be fine for her life. But it's very up and down because no matter how successful you think you are, you're going to have losing streaks. And anybody who tells you they don't, they're lying. You can't, when you're forced to pick games every single day, you're not going to win every single day. One of the great things about my new website and being on my own for the first time since the movie came out and basically doing things my way is now I don't bet every day, though. I may release a play every other day. I may take a day off. It's really made the product that much better when now I can sit back and really take a shot when I want to take a shot. Before I had to release plays every day. Now I don't do that. Now I sit back, and if I got something I like, we step out. If I don't, I take a day off. It's really made the product that much better.
Let's talk about this movie. It's very special to you for a particular reason.
Yeah, I tell you.
It's about you, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and you know, Matthew McConaughey played me, which is not a bad thing.
Name the movie again, because I'm having a blank.
2 for the Money.
2 for the Money, thank you.
With Matthew McConaughey, Al Pacino.
There you are.
Yep.
Look at you with your new buds.
Yep, and not a bad thing having Matt play, and I tell my wife, honey, if you're not liking me today, just close your eyes, you'll see Matthew McConaughey. That's all that matters.
That's all it takes.
For my dad, who tried to kill my mom when I was 10 years old and got 5 to 15 in prison for attempted murder, his plan was to kill our whole family, and so being the youngest of 5, I was my mother's golden child, and never, ever wanted to do anything to displease my mom. And she's, other than my wife and my daughter, she's the most important person in my life. So to have her not have, she wanted to have 10 kids. So basically, marry an alcoholic, cut it off with me. She's actually going to have her tubes tied 2 weeks before she found out she was pregnant with me.
Really? And
so to put her on the red carpet premiere in Hollywood, to stand there with your mother in a movie about your life at the Academy of Motion Picture and Arts right there on Wilshire Boulevard, and to be doing interviews and photo ops, and to turn over my right shoulder and see my mom bawling tears of joy, and just to hold her on the red carpet and hug her on the red carpet and have that moment with my mom. What does a kid do? Forget making your dreams come true. What does a kid do when you make your mother's dreams come true? And to know that my mom now, she says, that's it, I'm done.
I don't think there's anything more rewarding than that, is there?
She must be proud.
So it was just, that'll be a moment that my daughter, raising my daughter, no matter when God does take your mom off the earth, that moment will mean more to me than anything else.
And you have one 16-month-old, but you're not done, you don't think? You
I told my wife, you know...
What are the odds that you're going to have more?
Very, very good. You know, you're
on that or what?
You look at my daughter, and she, you know, everyone's breathtakingly gorgeous. Ireland Jade, Link, I tell you what, be a waste of a DNA mix if we didn't have another. So, honey.
There you go.
So,
Brandon Lang, thank you very, very much for being here.
Yep.
It's a pleasure.
Appreciate that.
And we'll talk about my picks as soon as we go to a break. We'll be right back with more Daytime, so stick around.